That was TCP, taking the end-to-end approach. Let me introduce another mechanism that's called the ECN. It's also defined for TCP/IP for the internet, but it's not really implemented or activated. And it's taking the opposite approach, the network-assisted approach. The ECN mechanism works this way. First of all, in the IP packet header, okay, or network layer header, there's this special field called TOS that stands for type of service. So in that field, 2 of the bits are assigned for the purpose. They are also called the ECN bits. Okay, so I'm using a green packet here to indicate that that packet header, especially the network layer header, is carrying the ECN bits. They were initialized to 0, that means no congestion. But as the packet travels through the network, running into a busy router like this, the bits will be turned on. And the packet will eventually come, okay, and arrive at the receiver of the data. And the network layer here at the receiver is going to see, oh, these 2 bits are turned on, therefore notifying the transport layer. And at that point, the transport layer of the receiver is going to do this. Receiver is going to set the ECE bit on the packet going back to the data source like this. Okay, so it's going to be in the ACK packet and the ECE bit being turned on. So this is also called the E flag, okay, in the TCP packet field. Sender there, upon receiving this ECE bit packet, will then send a packet that is then the data packet going back to the receiver. And that packet is a little bit special because there's also a special bit being turned on, the CWR bit. So this is congestion window reduced bit. This is so that the destination here, the receiver of the data here knows that, okay, so my notification here, you indeed received it and reduced the sending rate. Okay, so therefore the receiver of the data does not need to send ECE bit again. Okay, otherwise, the source is going to reduce sending rate again and again. Right? And the E bit and the C bit, the E flag and the C flag are in fact again in the TCP packet header. Okay, so along with all these other flags for TCP. And that finally takes us to the summary of the chapter 3. We went through the basic functionalities of transport layer protocols, multiplexing, demultiplexing, reliable data transfer, flow control, and just now, congestion control. And we talk about how UDP and TCP implement these services. Particularly, we spend quite a lot of time here, as well as here. We are now finally ready to leave the network edge. So departing from the transport layer and down to the network layer and into the network core. But the network layer is going to be split into 2 chapters. Chapter 4 is going to be about the data plane, how we forward packets real fast. And chapter 5 is going to be the data plane. So how do we control these paths we select such that the packet will travel and eventually reaching the destination, reaching the receiver.